That first half, not just the scoring, but the rebounding, the defense, seemed like to be one of, if not probably the most complete half y'all played all year. What was working and kind of like what were y'all doing to discombobulate it?
Yeah, it helps to make shots. Just a couple days ago, we were sitting here talking about that. So basket got big for us, but I thought we just played the right way. We were sharing the ball. Most of our baskets were assisted. From a coach, that's something you're really always looking at. I thought our defense was our best 20 minutes of defense in the first half. Second half, I'm working on this deal where you smell the roses along the way and try to stay positive. But first half defense was really, really good. Second half, just a lot we can get better at.
Could you talk about the last 4 minutes? 15-3 in the last 4 minutes of the first half.
Yeah, I think that was one of the things I was most impressed with. I've always thought different. At halftime, I thought, let's go win the game 108-62. And I guess human nature doesn't work that way, but I've always been a little bit different. And so the thing I was really proud of in the first half is we separated a little bit, and then the lull that you're hoping doesn't come, which we experienced in the second half, not taking anything away from Kentucky, but that was not our best defensive effort in the second half. The first half, we didn't have that let up, and it was good. It's like I didn't want to go to halftime. I wanted to keep playing. So I told the players after the game that I don't know if I've ever enjoyed watching a team play more than I did tonight, watching us play in the first half especially.
Chris, I'm not sure how much you saw of Kentucky with Lamont Butler, but if you did, how different are they without him, and how did you think you guys could really attack them offensively with him not in the lineup?
Yeah, I don't know their team, so I'm not an expert for that, but obviously he is one of the best point guards in the country, and for him not to play, their team has to adjust, just like we had to adjust with Matt Morrell out some games, Mikal Brown having some real adversity, Dre Davis. Yeah, he's one of the best point guards in college basketball. He brings another dynamic to their team. There's no denying that. And we wish him the best in terms of getting back quickly. He's one of the best players in the SEC.
Chris, speaking of Matt, you kind of touched on it briefly, but, of all the stuff that you've been through this year, kind of with that injury this year, and then coming out at 17 against Auburn last weekend, and obviously doing what he did tonight, it's not part of the way he kind of handled himself for the last couple of months. I know that things weren't going their way kind of early, but ultimately culminating in the night.
Yeah, I've said it before, and just a lot of respect for him and admiration of what he does on a daily basis, what he does with his 24 hours each day. Then I recognize John Raybon, our trainer, our team doctors, but give Matt the credit. There's a lot of early mornings and late nights. He's really staying engaged, too, with limited practice time. He understands the scouting reports. Just a lot of respect for him. I've seen it before. But Matt is doing what you have to do, at this level when you're banged up to give yourself a chance to try to help your team each night.
I think you told us early in the season that you've always chased a game where your team doesn't turn the ball over at all. You weren't quite there today, but 24-1, how special is that, and maybe how unique is that in your career?
Yeah, Padula, he ruined that memory, right? And I was actually kind of thinking about that as the first half went on because I've always envisioned that night being pretty special. We've done it one other time. I believe it was at Angelo State, and I believe the turnover was Thomas Brandsma. But I blame everything on Thomas Brandsma. He's my favorite player of all time, him and Avery Benson. And so Thomas will probably tweet tonight that it wasn't him, but I blame everything on Thomas. Tonight, Padula, just one loose ball handling play away from doing something that I've always chased my career. It's not about me, but I just always thought it'd be cool to coach a team that had 0 turnovers in a game.
Chris, you spoke on some of the lulls in the second half, but what does it say about your team, the resiliency of this team with Juju hitting that big three, Dre hitting a couple of those fadeaways that they took some punches but did not get knocked out?
Yeah, I agree. I just didn't enjoy our defense in the second half, but I thought our offense just kept us alive. And we talked the other day about Auburn making some timely plays and big moments. They seem to have an answer every time. And I would think that tonight, offensively, we had an answer. We executed against their zone, and I think our guys did a pretty good job for the most part, staying aggressive. You feel the weight of your on the shoulders. We all understand, defensively, things aren't going our way, but I thought our offense did a good job. And I think we scored 44 points in the second half, and we could have got to over 50, but the late game, we're watching the shot clock and making some free throws.
Take one more question. What's it been like to see Juju develop as a distributor this year?
Yeah, tonight was special. I mean, 10 assists and 0 turnovers, and Juju's a good guy, man. He's got a big heart. He always bounces back. But to him, to hear him answer the question and give the praise to Matt and stuff, that's exactly what you want in a winner. But I would say that Juju played the game the right way too. Did a good job keeping his dribble tonight, staying out of trouble areas underneath the basket. We call that the Nash or Stockton dribble, and he just played well. Point guard mentality is our terminology. It's what we say, and it's just understanding the game. And Sean and Ju are scorers at heart. They can score the basketball, and to this point in the season, it's very appreciative of them trying to play the game in a way that what we need tonight to win, because we're going to need both those guys to have 25, 30-point nights. Juju's got it in him. But tonight he just had a lot of confidence, looked secure in himself, that hey, I'm the point guard of this team. I've got some hot teammates around me. Let me do my job. So I was really impressed with Juju tonight.